I'd like to say we have been drama-free, but that isn't really true. If Becky is having a trauma, she likes to share, overshare on many occasions. She doesn't like to suffer alone. One time she was on holiday in Spain, and she had to share with us at 2 a.m. that she had lost Sophie. She found her, she's here today. But she didn't tell us until mid-morning she had found her. When Becky left school, she wanted to be a children's nurse, despite having the tendency to faint at the sight of blood or injections. However, after having to be carried out of a lecture theatre, after passing out watching a video of a leg ulcer, we thought perhaps this is not the career for you. Around this time, Becky's grandma was in the local hospice, and whilst visiting, Grandma told Becky she had been talking to a very nice OT called Ralph, and she told him how her granddaughter was interested in becoming an OT. He left his contact details in case Becky wanted any advice or information. Well, this was news to everyone, especially Becky, as this had never been discussed at all. Grandma insisted she rang Ralph, and I guess the rest is history. Maybe Grandma did know what was best after all. After Becky qualified and started her first job at Scarborough Hospital, she came to see me at work one Saturday, just to say she was deciding to buy a new car. But by the Thursday, she changed her mind and decided to buy a house instead. We were a little worried, as she didn't like being on her own, but she was determined, and by the weekend she had a mortgage in place, viewed a house and put an offer in. She proved us all wrong and became a strong, independent woman overnight. Always remember how you feel today, and always be kind to each other. So finally, I would like you all to stand, as I'm going to propose 2 toasts. So would you all raise your glass? And the first toast is to George to wish him happy birthday for tomorrow. Happy birthday, George. And finally, I would like to propose a toast to the bride and groom, to Becky and George.
George.
So I've got the boring speech. So just thank you everyone for coming. There's a bloody lot of you. Really are. No, it means a lot. I find weddings boring, so, so this one's been all right though. So I've got some thanks to do. So first of all, thank you to my mum and Mick for everything they've done and helping. I think we've got some flowers here. I don't know if these are the right ones, but here you go. They might just be the decoration. Are they the right ones? All right, okay. And then, of course, thank you to Len and Sue for everything they've done, helping decorate the cake and all their contributions. Got some flowers for you as well. There you are. Cracking. If it wasn't for everything you've done and helped with and everything you've contributed, I wouldn't have been able to achieve my dream today of owning my very own Krispy Kreme donut tree, so, which we'll get to see soon. So 220 donuts. The Spencers have always been great to me. Always treated me with kindness and treated me like one of their own. So I'm really grateful for that. They've always been really welcoming, apart from maybe Len, because the first day I met Len, the very first time I met Len, I went into the kitchen to introduce myself, put my hand up and said, nice to meet you, I'm George, and he decided that was a good time to show me his display of butcher's knives and describe in detail how quickly each one could cut through a bull's testicles. So the fear that he installed in me that day is why I'm here right now. So Thanks for coming, Ryan. No, I'm obviously here because of Becky, and she's fantastic. Everything she's done for me over the past 6 years, everything through med school and support she's given me. It's honest to say, without her by my side, I wouldn't be half the man I am today. I was too scared to say anything about Becky because of the butcher's knife thing. So yeah, I'd just like to raise a toast to my beautiful wife, Rebecca Milner. That's weird. Yeah, we'll all stand up this time. Yeah. Yeah. Wonderful.
Union by Robert Fulham. You have known each other from the first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. At some point you decided to marry. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes, indeed, you have been making promises and agreements in an informal way. All those conversations that were held riding in a car or over a meal or during long walks. All those sentences that began with when we're married and continued with I will and you will and we will. Those late night talks that included someday and somehow and maybe, and all those promises that are unspoken matters of the heart. All these common things and more are the real process of a wedding. The symbolic vows that you are about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know all those things that we promised and hoped and dreamed. Well, I meant it all, every word. Look at one another and remember this moment in time. Before this moment you have been many things to one another. Acquaintance, friend, companion, lover, dancing partner, and even teacher, for you have learned much from one another in these last few years. Now you shall say a few words that take you across a threshold of life, and things will never quite be the same between you. For after these vows you shall say to the husband, to the world, sorry, this is my husband, this is my wife.
I call upon
these persons here present to witness that I, George Allen Milner,
do take thee, Rebecca Dawn Spence, to be my lawful wedded wife.
To witness that I, Rebecca Dawn Spence,
do take thee, George Allen Milner,
do take thee, George Allen Milner,
to be my lawful wedded husband.
to be my lawful wedded husband.
Rebecca, I promise to love and care for you,
and to be faithful to you always.
and to be faithful to you always.
May we look to our future together.
May we look to our future together
With hope, happiness and joy.
with hope, happiness and joy.
And remembering this day,
And remembering this day,
never allow anything
never allow anything
to destroy the feelings that we share for each other.
to destroy the feelings that we share for each other.
I promise to be loving, faithful and loyal
I promise to be loving, faithful and loyal
from this day forth.
from this day forth.
Beautiful. Can they sing those for you, Rebecca? George, I promise to love and care for you.
George, I promise to love and care for you,
And to be faithful to you always.
and to be faithful to you always.
May we look to our future together.
May we look to our future together
With hope, happiness and joy.
with hope, happiness and joy.
And remembering this day,
And remembering this day,
never allow anything
never allow anything
to destroy the feelings that we share for each other.
to destroy the feelings that we share for each other.
I promise to be loving, faithful and loyal
I promise to be loving, faithful and loyal
from this day.
from this day forward.
Congratulations, today is your day. You're off to great places, you're off and away. You have brains in your heads, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourselves in any direction you choose. You're not on your own, and you know what you know, and you are the couple who will decide where to go. You'll be on your way up, you'll be seeing great sights, you'll join the high flyers who soar to high heights. You won't lag behind because you'll have the speed, you'll pass the whole gang and you'll soon take the lead. Wherever you fly, you'll be the best of the best. Wherever you go, you will top all the rest. On you will hike, and I know you'll hike far, and face up to your problems, whatever they are. So be sure when you step with great care and great tact, and remember that life's a great balancing act. And will you succeed? Yes, you will, indeed. So congratulations. Today is your day. You're off to great places. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way.
I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol of my endless love for you.
as a symbol of my endless love for you.
All that I am
All that I am
and all that I have,
and all that I have,
I bring to you.
I bring to you.
May this ring remind us of this moment
May this ring remind us of this moment
and the commitment I have made to you.
and the commitment I have made to you.
Gently.
It's on.
It's on. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol of my endless love for you.
as a symbol of my endless love for you.
All that I am
All that I am
and all that I have,
and all that I have,
I bring to you.
I bring to you.
May this ring remind us of this moment
May this ring remind us of this moment
and the commitment I have made.
and the commitment I've made to you. So.
Upstanding to welcome your bride and groom, Dr. and Mrs. Milner!
I'm sitting right here, cease asleep. Can you make it up here and set my mind at ease? I'm on top of the roof, you've been here before. I just miss you a lot, and I know that I got.
It's been a wonderful day so far, witnessing the union of Becky and George. I hope you forgive me if I start this speech on a sombre note, but there's something important I have to say. Those who have known George the longest understand that I shouldn't be really the person giving this speech. I consider myself fortunate to even known Joe, even if it was for such a short time. He had all those qualities attributed to him. Joe was incredibly fun-loving, always lifted up those around him with his positivity, was an exceptionally kind boy. The latter quality was lost on the rest of us at that age. I consider it an honour and a privilege to have known him. I want to raise my first toast to Joe. So moving on. Firstly, I'd like to thank all the staff. You worked so hard and you made this day really enjoyable. I appreciate you get paid and you have to be here. And I extend my thanks. And if you weren't as pleasant as you were, Becky would have murdered you. To all the groomsmen, all 11 of them, it seemed excessive to me, but you made my job a lot easier, and the stag do was amazing, even if Julian invited himself. To all the bridesmaids, you've been a great source of support for Becky through this stressful process. You've all played your part wonderfully, and you all look beautiful, especially you, Alice. Next to Nikki and Mick, for everything you contributed, not only to the wedding but to all of our lives. Nikki for all the roast dinners, helping me with my nerves before a big interview, and always letting me into your house even though I break everything. Mick for all you've done for everyone in the family and for bringing James into our lives and always making us feel so welcome in your house. Becky's parents, Len and Mick.
Len and Sue.
Len and Sue.
She's not called Mick.
I know Becky and George couldn't have done this without you. Dealing with all the stress texts from Becky and always welcoming me into your house and giving me a cup of tea. I really appreciate it. Just don't touch the Sky remote.